Welcome to Pixie and the Paranormal. I'm Pixie, and in this episode, I'm talking all about Summerween. If you are currently sweating your buns off in the dog days of summer, but dreaming about pumpkin spice, horror movies, and ghost stories, then you're going to want to stick around for this episode. And please don't forget to share, like, comment, and subscribe for more paranormal content. Hey ghosties, thanks for being here with me. It has been quite a few months since my last video. Life threw me a few curveballs, just one after another, and I was going through a season of survival, figuring things out, healing, growing. I had to give myself time to prioritize where my attention needed to go. I was definitely going through my caterpillar phase, and I'm slowly coming into my own butterfly moment. I hope you have never experienced that, but unfortunately I know that most of you can relate. The good thing is, though, even when it doesn't feel like it, just remind yourself that it is a season and things are ever changing. But anyway, I'm back and very grateful to have you here listening. Please just bear with me for this episode. I have some allergies going on, so my voice is a little different. Plus, I live in an old colonial in the Northeast, and we do not have the luxury of central air conditioning. So I'm currently recording from my dining room table and right next to our AC unit. Normally, I record in one of our upstairs bedrooms, but we are in the middle of a heat wave where I'm at, and I am being a princess. Hopefully you don't hear the AC, and I can't guarantee that none of my 3 dogs will make an appearance. You might hear them walking around. They're all happy right now with their peanut butter Kongs, but you never know what will happen, am I right? So as I mentioned in the intro, we are talking all about Summerween, and you know I have to dive deep and share my thoughts with you. I just have to do it. I'm a Pisces. All I do is swim in the depths of thoughts, feelings, wonderment. Most things are not just surface level with me, unless I'm what I call the void, but that is another topic for another day. Usually I can't just report out random facts and ideas and leave it at that. So bear with me and we will get into everything. I'm also thinking of making this into a mini series this summer. I have a lot of ideas about sea witches, sirens, things of that nature. Maybe I'll release one video each week for the remainder of summer, and each episode will be a part of a Summerween series. So if you have any suggestions, please send them to me. Okay, so I hope you're settled in because here we go. Summerween has been flooding my social media the past few weeks, and at first I thought it was honestly just so adorable. Spooky summer parties with orange sodas and carved watermelons. Super cute, right? Plus, I know this is about the time of year when I personally want to start baking my chocolate chip pumpkin bread, lighting my fall candles, and making iced pumpkin teas. So it all just seemed super cute and fitting. But as I kept seeing more and more things pop up about Summerween, I decided to look more into it to see exactly what it was all about. So the term Summerween actually originated from a Disney Channel episode of a show called Gravity Falls. The episode aired in 2012 and was the 12th episode in the first season. In that episode, the residents of the town loved Halloween so much that they all celebrated 2 Halloweens each year, Halloween on October 31st and Summerween on June 22nd. I have to be honest with you, ghosties, I have never watched this episode, but it sounds super, super cute. I would probably love it, and if you love Halloween, you would probably love it too. I believe it's streaming on Disney Plus, so maybe watch it while you can. And that's it. That is the overall surface level explanation of Summerween. That is literally the whole of it. But that just did not satisfy me. Not in the slightest. I needed more. I knew there had to be more to it, since I instinctually always start feeling whispers of Halloween in the middle of summer, yet I've never watched this show about Summerween. If you've listened to my other videos, then you know that I don't really believe in coincidences. I also believe that we all carry thousands of years of memories within us. So of course I had to do some digging to see where this concept of Summerween truly came from. It had to be deeper than a Disney Channel cartoon. Well, it turns out that the timing of Summerween on June 22nd is not really all that coincidental. No surprise to me, or probably to you either. The summer season officially begins on June 20th or 21st each year in the Northern Hemisphere, and this day is known as the summer solstice or the first day of summer. The summer solstice is an important day and an important part to this deep dive because not only is it the longest day of the year, but it's a turning point of the solar year. Days start to get shorter and shorter until we meet the winter solstice on December 20th. The summer solstice and winter solstice are exactly 6 months apart. The solstice is not a new concept either, by no means at all. In fact, the standing stones of Stonehenge align to both the rising sun on the winter solstice to welcome the sun and longer days, as well as the setting sun of the summer solstice to boost the sun's energy during the shorter days. So we are talking ancient. Ancient pagan England recognized the importance of the winter and summer solstice and actually honored them. It was and still is considered to be a time when the veil between this world and the spiritual world is thinner, allowing spirits to roam more freely. Therefore, midsummer bonfires were and probably still are lit for festivities to celebrate the sun and ward off evil spirits wandering around the physical world. Now, over time, we see some adjustments made to the celebration of summer solstice. In the 4th century, June 24th, so not the same exact date of the summer solstice, but close enough, June 24th became the feast of St. John the Baptist. St. John baptized Jesus, and his feast day falls 6 months prior to Christmas. It's symbolic of Christmas coming. Sounds sort of similar to summer and winter solstice, right? We also see the mention of midsummer in lots of music and literature throughout time, most notably in Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream, and this play has tons of elements of magic and folklore, including fairies. Midsummer is actually a celebration for the summer solstice. The actual definition of midsummer from Britannica Online is: midsummer is a holiday celebrating the traditional midpoint of the harvest season and the summer solstice, the longest day of the year in the Northern Hemisphere. Fast forward a few hundred years from Shakespeare's day to the Victorian ages, and we continue to see the influence of the ancient celebrations of the summer solstice or midsummer. In the Victorian era, industrialization introduced paid vacation times to employees. Families began taking summer vacations and bringing along books to read while away. Reading was one of the main forms of entertainment at that time, and Victorians loved winter ghost stories. So summer ghost stories quickly became popularized for summer vacations. So this idea of ghosts or spirits continued to coincide with summer. Even today, some traditions have carried through time and continue to be practiced. Bonfires, for example, have always been a part of the summer solstice and midsummer celebrations. The burning fire celebrated the sun's power and was intended to ward off evil. Now, I know there are an infinite amount of reasons why people burn bonfires in the summer, but I believe that one reason could definitely be from years and years of solstice and midsummer celebrations. Doesn't it seem just too coincidental that we all love having bonfires, or as my family affectionately calls them, campfires, all summer long? You know I do not believe in coincidences. So now today we find ourselves celebrating Summerween. What's the saying? A rose by any other name would smell as sweet. Summer solstice, midsummer, Summerween, whatever you call it. Make time to celebrate it this summer. And I know the summer solstice is on June 20th or 21st, and Gravity Falls held Summerween on June 22nd, but honestly, from everything I have researched about Summerween, it is more of a season and not just a day. Unless, of course, you are a practicing pagan and celebrate the actual summer solstice. It's important for me to say they are not the same. They're just all links in a chain, bringing us all the way from the ancient pagan summer solstice through midsummer and arriving at Summerween. What I'm trying to say is that I see lots of summer solstice influence in Summerween. If you are interested in celebrating Summerween and having some fun with it, go on social media and just search for it. There are so many content creators sharing the cutest ideas, like orange sodas in clear cups that have jack-o'-lantern faces colored on them, carved pineapples or carved watermelons called jack-o'-melons, inflatable pumpkins instead of beach balls in the pool, horror movie nights outside using projectors. I've even seen someone cut ice cream sandwiches into coffin shapes. How cute is that? Personally, I also think it's a great time to do any sort of psychic work or divination like tarot cards, since the veil is thinner right now. Really, anything that puts a Halloween twist on summertime. You know what? I'm going to link my Halloween deep dive in the description of this video. I love that video and think it will make a lot of sense in conjunction with this Summerween video. My biggest suggestion, though, is when you are celebrating Summerween, stop and think for just a few moments about the roots of this fun concept. Your soul has likely celebrated this season many times, and that is why you feel so drawn to it. Happy Summerween!